Yo, you hear me? I can't hear you. Hold on. Say something again.
You can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. I think you
Ah,
had
cool,
yourself
cool,
on
cool,
mute.
cool. Oh, dang, that's crazy.
Nah, you good, bro.
Did I get you your wrench yet, Kiwi? Hold on. Let me get Kiwi her wrench before she cuts me out. Hold
We
up.
live now.
Yeah, we live now.
Word. All right.
Yeah, what's the words they say? Um, flying the building the plane while you flying or something like that. I'm still
Word,
getting
man.
used to the live thing, man. I ain't got it down pat like that yet.
Shit, you
What's
good,
good,
bro?
King of the Street? It's good, man.
This my first live, man.
All right, that's what's up, man. So solo, while we get that together, while I get her wrench and whatnot, let the people know who you is, man. Shout out to the Elite Fleet. This is my dog Solo,
What's good, y'all?
allowing him to introduce himself. Go ahead, real quick. I'll get this together.
Yeah, I gotta. Well, this is my longtime friend. Well, I've been his longtime friend, and we both trying to get it in out here, man. My name is Solo the Jedi. I got a YouTube channel myself. So if y'all want to go check it out, he actually the one that inspired me to actually start my channel. But I stopped making videos for a while, but I'll be coming back soon. And it's my YouTube channel is my tag, Solo the Jedi, if you want to check it out. We make very similar content. So if you like his channel, you'll like mine. We're very like-minded, and we just here to help the people out, especially young men and women out here, because it's bad. So we just trying to find ways to help you guys out, give you guys some tips about life, anything to help you kind of gain success or hop up on the ladder of success or head in some kind of direction. So that's what we're here for. So that's
No
pretty
doubt,
much
no
it, man.
doubt, no doubt, no doubt, man. So right now, while we waiting for a couple more people to come through, we're just gonna chat about whatever while we waiting for a couple more people to come into the room. So I know your channel was mainly based upon semen retention, which I talk about from time to time. What's like some of the tips you would give the young cats for semen retention, like why they should do it, what's the benefits, what's
Okay.
some of the tips to keep
So
from relapsing?
so I popped my channel off with that. I tried it myself, and from I would say trial and error, the main thing you'll get from that is discipline. That's the most important thing. All the other shit that if you ever been on any other channels talking about that, like superpowers and all this other shit that you get, that's not true. That's just what really gets it is the discipline. That's what takes you to the next level. So one thing you definitely gotta have as a man out here is sexual discipline. If you don't have sexual discipline, you will not succeed, or you can succeed, but you'll be limited. You don't want that being an anchor. So you want to get your sexual discipline right. You want to get your discipline right in general. But I feel like as a man, if you can get your sexual discipline right, you can kind of control your whole space. That's how I feel about it. So yeah, I got a lot of videos on that, man. And it really just kind of like basically we all been there, we've been in some situations where you're probably better off staying in the crib than putting effort into fucking with something you shouldn't be fucking with. So situate. Excuse my language too. I don't know if you curse. Like I try to.
It's all good, man.
All
It's
right, my
okay.
bad. But yeah, it just teach heavy discipline, man. What happened with the that topic? A lot of people that really had no business talking about it jumped in. To me, that topic or that whatever you want to call it got ruined because yeah, I feel like it misled a lot of people. Like I feel like a lot of people that just didn't like the opposite sex or couldn't really understand or get with the opposite sex, even if they tried, popped in that lane and it kind of polluted that lane. Just like we gonna talk about like Alex talks about with the red pill lane. Like a lot the same dudes like polluted that lane, the same people. So whatever you hear about that, the main thing you can get out of that is discipline. And it will definitely make you better in that area. It's one of the things I feel like every man, even woman, need to have some sexual discipline.
Facts, man. Yeah, man, I agree. I think it's one of those things, kind of like you said, similar to the red pill, where it's like a bunch of cornballs just got into it and just started taking it way beyond what it was supposed to be. Like
Mm-hmm.
something that starts off as a good idea turns into something that's like now all of a sudden it's like women hate, or now all of a sudden it's just bashing 24/7 when that's not really what it's supposed to even be about. To me, if you're talking about semen retention, you shouldn't even be mentioning women because I mean, at
Yep.
the end of the day, they don't have no semen. So it's like, what do they have to do with anything other than
Mm-hmm.
saying, okay, I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying, stay with them and stay with them, allow them to distract me from my purpose or my goals or whatever the case. But that's the only way women should be coming up. And no other
Mm-hmm.
way, form, or facet, in my opinion, so women should even be coming up if you're talking about semen retention. So dudes just start whole semen retention channels and all they talk about female attraction and all this other extra stuff. And I'm like, bro, what does that have to do with
Because
so
that's
similar to what
deep
you
down,
said,
that's what they want.
facts.
That's is
Big
all.
facts.
That's
So
what they want. So they using that as like an avenue to kind of like give an excuse on why they're not having success in that area.
big facts,
So
man.
that's
Big
pretty
facts.
much what it is.
So similar to what you say, I do think it's important. It's crazy because when I first heard about semen retention, I was like, "What the hell is that?" Then I remember I was talking to you, and you was like, "Yo, Alex, I think you was already doing it. You just didn't realize you was doing it." And I
Mm-hmm.
looked back into my life, and I remember I told you I was like, "Yo, I had the bad grades in college at first. I just shut everything down, like no chicks, no more party promoting, no nothing. All I did was work and do my schoolwork." And my GPA shot all the way back up to like a 3.5. And that was basically semen retention, but it was before it was called semen retention. So I didn't think of it like that. So similar to what you said, man, it's just something that young men should definitely get into, especially when they building their life and trying to focus. Because we love women over here, we love them to death. Shout out to Huey,
Absolutely.
she's one of the first people to come. But at the same time, they could be a huge distraction, man. They require a lot of attention, energy, effort, and they're expensive. Y'all expensive as hell. So
Yes.
it's like if you ain't got no bread, you know what I'm saying,
It's
and she
gonna be
gonna be
rough.
wanting to go out and do all this extra stuff, you can't afford it. You might as well like. I'm
One
not a
one.
big believer in hypergamy, but if you can't take her out at least 2 to 3 times a month, she gonna dip on
Don't
you.
bother.
Uh, yeah, it's gonna be a wrap. Like
One
it's not
night,
gonna
one
last.
Friday night can cost you $100. Easy, in
Exactly.
less than an hour.
Especially with inflation, man. Like
Mm-hmm.
I went out with this chick one time, probably like 2 weeks ago, just to chill, not even on the wild stuff. We got 4 drinks. The 4 drinks was like $110 with the gratuity. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
damn. I had it, but imagine being like your 20s, man. You go out and you and the shorty order 2 drinks apiece, and they slide you $110 bill,
Like,
and you like
oh,
22. You man,
you're gonna be ready to run away from that bill.
what?
Like,
You gonna be like,
get
yo,
your
listen,
track
start
shoes on.
twerking. I'm gonna sneak out the back. Word, man. But shoot, man. I'm trying to think where I want to start this thing off. Let's start off with the college majors first. Because a lot of people will tell you shouldn't go to college. Don't go to college, it's a waste of time, a waste of money. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think going to college is a good thing for the youth. It's just important that you pick the right majors when
Agreed.
you go to college. All right. So like usually I always start off telling people to pick STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and math. Any one of those majors is gonna get you big bread. Like big bread. You almost can't fail if you pick a major in any one of those fields. So I usually tell people to start off there. But what's some other majors, man, that you would say people should look into if they do decide to go the college route before we start talking about the trades?
Okay, so two, I think definitely if you actually have the passion for it, because I worked in the hospital before. So if you don't have the passion for this, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't recommend. I'll say nursing.
Okay.
Nursing, especially for the ladies, nursing. You can get a job anywhere. You'll get at least solid pay anywhere. You'll get good benefits no matter where you are. The only thing is you actually have to like your job because you're gonna be wiping asses and all types of stuff. So, I worked in the hospital for 4 years and I seen what they did, and that was why I didn't want to become a nurse or go in that field because I knew that wasn't for me. I could have actually went to school. They would have paid for the school, but it's just something I didn't want to do. So I say nursing. If you got the passion for people and actually want to help people, I mean that's gender neutral. I mean, fellas, y'all can do the nursing too. You can be a head charge nurse and make some good money. It won't be doctor money, but it'll be some good money. It'll be some solid coin. So if you want to look into that, or a travel nurse too. So travel nurses make big bread right now. They making gotta be close to high. What was it? If it's not six figures, it's close. If you're a travel nurse these days. So nursing, and I say the other one is law school. That'll be another one. So like me and Alex talks about a lot.
You definitely
Anything,
gotta have a passion for law because you're gonna be in school
definitely.
for a long time,
Yep, you're
man.
gonna be in school for a while. So
Long
so
time.
so law and I'll say those are my two. Yep. So law, anything where you kind of legally need that document to do the job. That's what me and Alex says. You'll be good.
Fact,
You'll be good money
fact,
taking that lane. But it will off whatever lane you choose. Make sure you got a passion for it because it's gonna be a lot of hard work and it's gonna be a lot of hours. Like with anything that's worth anything, you're gonna be working for it. So make sure you choose something you actually like. Don't go on it. This is a mistake a lot of people make when they go to college. This is a mistake I made. It's a mistake a ton of people make. They go in. Of course, you want to make good money. That's the point of going to college. But if you don't really got the passion for it, it could be a disaster because you're not going to really have the drive to get it done. So
fact.
that'll be my advice for anybody that's looking to go into college. Like you said, STEM, and then I'll add on nursing and law to the STEM. Those would be the two areas that I think will be good ones. Nursing schools, I think 4 years, and I think if you want to be a charge nurse, it's probably some post grad school, but I'd probably be like maybe six. You start at
Facts, man.
18, you get your 4 years in, you done at 22. Not even mid 20s yet. A lot of y'all don't understand how young that is. It's very young.
Facts.
So
Super young.
yeah,
I would
super.
say business. Business is a good one to get into too, but it's very important that you realize if you're gonna do business, similar to what Solo just said, you want to do a field in business where it's necessary you have your college degree, like something
Mm,
like accounting, right, or being like an actuary, or working. A lot of times, if you work in IT, they'll still send you to the school of business. So like IT and stuff like that. I wouldn't recommend taking business management because I mean, if you stay at a job long enough, you can get into the management position. You don't really need to take business management. I wouldn't really recommend taking like entrepreneurship because you could just go and be an entrepreneur. And I think that's where people mess up with business. You want to do something like I said, finance, being an accountant, being an actuary, something in IT, anything like that. That I would say that the business field is solid is good. If you're gonna get you an MBA, now that's going to get back into going through a lot of school because you're going to get a master's, but an MBA still that's going to open up doors and opportunities for you that you wouldn't have if you didn't go and get an MBA. But you definitely want to be 100% careful about stuff like I said, entrepreneurship. Yeah, it's a waste of time and money. I hate to say it like that. I'm just being honest. It's one of them things where like when people take art, people get mad when you tell them that you shouldn't go to college and take
and
art.
fashion
But
and shit like that.
right, in fashion, yeah.
Don't
Like I
waste your
told my
money.
sister, I was like, "Yo, why are you taking fashion?" And I want you guys to understand. My sister was on the dean's list. She was smart as hell, and it's like now she out here just hustling, doing her thing or whatever. But she's not using the degree. But she's not using the degree because she got the fashion degree. And it's like she made clothes, but you could have just made those clothes. Like, what did
Off
you get
rip.
the fashion degree for? If she would have took something else, like Solo said, nursing, or she would have took something in STEM, or she would have took like a calendar actuary or something, and she was on the dean's list, she'd be easily making six figures right now, probably easily. She's on the dean's list, but she took fashion, and so it's not that we're saying there's a problem with like an art or fashion and want to be an entrepreneur. We just saying to y'all, if you're gonna go to college, I wouldn't go to college for that stuff. Just jump into it. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna go to college, because you guys gotta realize college comes with loans. And them loans, you're gonna have to pay them loans back. Like the gov's gonna come for their bread. Eric, they don't give a damn if you're working in your field or not. You like they give you 6 months. You got 6 months to get you a job in your field. And if you don't do it, Big Daddy Tax about to be at your door. He in your check every pay period. He in your check every month. So you gotta be strategic about what you're taking when you go to college. That's all. That's very important. And that's something I know they ain't telling me that in high school. I was just smart enough to already kind of know that.
Yeah, they just told us
We
to go.
yeah, I was gonna say
They
we went to
said
this
go,
in
just
high
go
school.
and
They just
figure
told
it
us
out.
to go, like, just go to college. Just go to college. It's kind of
Mm-hmm.
crazy looking back at it. Like, literally, it was like, oh, just go to college. Take what? Oh, it doesn't matter. Just go to college.
Mm-hmm.
you. You
But
like, all
we
right,
we
you signing up for $100,000 loans, $50,000 loans, not even knowing, you know what I'm saying? What you really
mhm.
doing? You just doing it because
'Cause,
everybody said to just do it.
we was in that time period where like it was changing. Like remember like 5-10 years ago when we was in high school. Well, from that time, you go to college, you get a degree, you good anywhere almost. We was in that time
Right,
where was getting diluted and a degree wasn't enough no more.
right.
So we went
See,
into
because
like we was in a yeah, we was in a strange like, it's funny we talk about this all the time, but we really was in a strange spot back then, man.
the millennials was in the strangest spot, period, to
Hmm.
me, because we came
We
up
in
in
the
the
middle of a
transition.
yep, I was just about
Everything
to say we in the
now,
middle of a
now
transition.
we kind of at the end of the transition. They done
Hmm.
already made the men and women hate each other. Like y'all in Gen Z, man, y'all be out here like
Shit.
y'all
Y'all
be out
like
here like what's that?
I was gonna say they're like Bloods versus Crips.
Blood versus Crips. Perfect example.
It's
Like it's
bad,
crazy.
man.
Like yo, what you doing on this set? Only women can come over here, bro.
Hmm.
They be spazzing out, you know, and they
You
done
giving her
already
a
got the
compliment, nigga?
technology.
Like what's wrong with you?
Word, they already got the technology. We already in the metaverse. Like y'all in the whole people already working remotely. A lot of people don't even going to work no more. So y'all kind of came into it's already transitioned. Especially a lot of
Hmm.
y'all who in high school and college now. It's already set up for y'all. We is coming in when back when like just now people were starting to get rid of motor stores. Like a lot of stores were starting to shut down. Like you're even seeing it still now with like Toys R Us and stuff like that. They opening some back up, but a lot of big box stores were shutting down. We was moving into a skill based economy. Like
Hmm.
Solo just said, a lot of people was getting degrees. Everyone had a degree. So now you had to have like a master's or you had to have a trade too and combine the trade with a degree. Like a lot of people now who doing really well, they got a degree and they got a trade too. Like my man's Deontay, he got a engineering trade along with his business degree. Um, I know one of your boys you talk about, Dave. I think he did. He went to college, got a degree. Then he
Hmm.
got a cybersecurity
Yep.
trade. A lot of
Yep.
people doing that now
He
because
got a
one's just
lot of
not enough anymore.
actually you could check out his Patreon, Dave in the Cut. That he got a Patreon. He talks a lot about that. But yeah, he got a few IT joints under his belt, and he didn't go to school for that at all. He got his degree, but he got into the IT field. And if you do get into the IT field, if you got a degree, that's just you don't almost that's the only time it kind of don't even matter what kind of degree you got. So if you got a degree and get into the IT field and get some trades under that, you can move up kind of fast. Of course, you got to kind of like pay your dues when you get in, but yeah, definitely the IT field is popping right now.
Big facts, man. The IT field is definitely popping. IT field gonna be popping for a while. If you get anything that got to do with technology or IT, you about to make all the money. Oh,
Hmm.
because everything's computer based now. Like literally everything is computer based now. Everything is with straight computers. And then even with me, it's like I took accounting in college, but then I ended up getting my financial advising license. And just like just nowadays, you gotta have multiple skills. You cannot just
Hmm.
have one thing like that anymore. You gotta have multiple skills. So with that being said, let's kind of start to get into these trades. A lot of people want to get their CDLs. So
Okay.
Solo, I know you said you came up with a formula to kind of make it pretty easy to get your CDL license. Share with the people what formula you use to kind of make it easy to get your CDL license.
Okay. So, excuse me, my son is around here somewhere. I hear him making noise.
My man
but
said somewhere.
but all right. So this is what I did. I was like I mentioned earlier. I was working at the hospital, and I just had my son at the time. So I figured I had to make a move to make more money. What I was making at the time was not enough to take care of myself at the time, my girl, and my son. I needed to make more. It's gonna sound crazy. I was only getting paid. I'm gonna be raw with you. I was only getting paid 700 every 2 weeks after taxes. That's nasty. And I live in New York. So that's nasty.
Nasty
Well, I
work.
live upstate. It's not as crazy as it is in New York City, but it's still New York. So I knew I had to make a move. And I was like 25 at the time, 26. So I know a lot of y'all is probably in that space in your life where y'all looking to make a move. So this is what I
Yeah, I
did.
think analytics speaking, most of our subscribers are 27 something percent is 18 to 24.
Hmm.
It's like I want to say 30 something is 24 to 30, and then there's another 30 something that's like 30 to like 35. Then it's
Mm.
75% men and 25% women.
Okay. All right. Cool. So yeah, that's about the age range
So
that
most of
I
them are in that age range where they kind of try to figure out like what
figured.
I'm gonna really
All
do.
right. All right. So bet. So I knew I had to make a move. So I knew somebody that got theirs. It never really crossed my mind to even go for it until I'd seen someone that worked in the hospital get theirs, and he got a good job, decent pay, and he didn't have to work weekends or nothing. So I said, let me go after mine. Let me see what this about. So I looked into it, and you got to read this manual guide. You got to actually read this guide, then go to the DMV wherever you at and take the test. So what I did, I started reading the manual guide for a little bit, but I needed it quicker. So I was like, let me see if it's a quicker way to get this. I like reading, but I don't like reading when I'm forced to read shit I don't really want to read. If you know what I mean. We all been in school. We had to we had
I
to
know
read
what you
stuff.
mean.
We had
What's
to read
good,
stuff
Hurdle
we didn't want
God?
to read,
What's
and
good
it's,
with
it's
you?
real hard to pay attention. So it's like no matter how good, when you're not really into something, it's hard to pay attention. So hey, T, you better not be in that window, man. Hey, back up. Sorry, guys. I gotta make sure this boy don't fall out the window, man.
You over there wilding?
Nah, he
But
good.
for those of y'all who just coming in, Solo just breaking down to y'all how he got his CDLs, how he got them quick. So go ahead, finish your guys.
All right, so this is what I did. I'm not sure. I can't remember exactly if I YouTubed it or not, but I downloaded two apps. You can go to the Apple Store and put in CDL Prep, and the main one I use is a red app, and it has the logo of the United States in the middle of the road, and it has a road like a white road. It's white and red. So if you go to the CDL app, they might have changed it, but last time I looked at it wasn't too long ago. It was that color still looked the same. So CDL Prep with the United States logo in the middle with a white road. So what I did, I realized that the DMV test and this prep test on this app was exactly the same. Basically, it was the same test. All you had to do was just memorize the answers. And with this app, you could just keep retaking the pre-test over and over again, and they'll give you the right answer after you pick, even if you pick it wrong after the test. So what I did, I
That's a
kept on
gem.
taking it over and over and over for about, I think I started like July of 20, was it 18? Shit, it's a blur, man. So I think I started in July 2018. Kept on taking the test over and over again while working and all this other stuff. Son was just born. So I still had time to do that. So even if you're busy, you could just open the app, take the test over and over. So I kept on doing it. I did it for about a month straight until I had the answers memorized. Like I knew the answer. This pop up, and then they'll give you a grade at the end of the test. So when I was consistently getting 100s on the test, and they got different sections too. So you got how the hell I forget the name? You got endorsements. You can get with your CDL as well. So
Okay.
this will
What
this
do
will
the
make
endorsements do for your CDL, just so they know?
it give you more options with jobs basically. So let's say
Okay.
you have a company that needs you to transport chemicals. You have to get your hazmat endorsement. So that's like
Okay.
a safety chemical. Uh, I don't want to say explode, flammable, like anything like that has to be transported that has chemicals or flammable. You need an endorsement to do that. So that's basically like an add-on to your license. So let's say you got your CDL, and another person got their CDL. Y'all both go for the same job. In this job, you need to transport chemicals and maybe some flammable material. This will all be on the trailer, by the way. And you have it, and they don't. They're choosing you because
Got you.
you're qualified for the job just for having that endorsement, and they're not. Even if y'all both got CDLs, so you can get endorsements and stuff on top of your CDL. So you can actually study in this app for endorsements and the actual CDL. So you want to take the CDL prep test first. Don't even worry about endorsements. Just get the CDL prep test down first. So once you feel like you're comfortable, you consistently scoring 100s, go to the DMV. You got to set an appointment up in the DMV to take the test. You take the test, and the same answers that was on the prep test, They won't be worded exactly the same, but they'll be very similar. You should know what it is. You should be able to get the answer right. So I scored. I think I scored like a 90 something. Like I think the lady said I had one of the highest scores she's seen for a first take, just from doing the prep test over and over. I didn't touch the manual at all that they give you at the DMV. I didn't even open it.
Just straight prep test.
Just straight prep test. I kept on doing that over and over and over and over and over again. So I got my permit. This is how you get your permit, not your license. So get the permit. That's a huge step. So with this permit, now from this point now, it's two options you can do. One option, you can rent a vehicle or a trailer or a bus or whatever, because it's two classes of CDLs. It's A
Right.
class and it's a B class. A class, you'll be able to transport more weight. That's the most weight. And you got double A, but I'm just gonna keep it simple. You got class A and class B. Class A is where the people make the most money. That's the people that's on the road. That's the people that travel the country. That's the people that drive trailers. That's people that do regional stuff. That's people that regional travel. Um, that's them. So basically, people that drive the trailers, drive across country. A lot of the times, you get a class A. It's companies where you don't have to go on the road. It's options. You can get you like the company I work for. You don't. We don't go on the road. We basically in certain regions of New York State, upstate, and we don't work weekends, and we get every holiday off. So you get companies like that. You used to get some companies where they have on the road stuff. You get some companies where you do regional stuff where you'll be gone. Let's say you live in New York, so you'll hit New York, Pennsylvania, maybe Massachusetts, and you hit all them spots within the week, and you'll be back by the weekend. You get certain days off. Like it's different ways they do it.
Okay.
T3 T
That's what's up, man.
T. So that's class A trailers. Trailers, the bigger stuff. That's class A. Class B is like school buses. Um, trucks. Like I'm trying to think of a good example of a truck. Basically, trucks, but it's not the trailers. That's the best way I can
Okay.
describe it. Like school bus, central bus, or public transportation. Now you can make solid money doing that too. You're not going to make as much money as the class A typically. Some companies you will, some companies you won't, but you'll still have pretty solid options. So
Okay.
I just want to break the classes down. So if I was y'all, I would just go for the whole enchilada and go for A. You're gonna have more options. You're gonna make more money. Just keep
Now,
it plain.
is it hard to drive the tractor? Like, is that something
Yeah,
they
it's
should be
not
afraid
easy,
of?
man.
Because a lot of people be scared to drive the
Yeah,
tractor.
it's like anything, man. Like I remember the company that taught me. I remember we first had to learn how to parallel park, and I'm thinking like, yo, how the hell we gonna parallel park this big ass? You know, what I'm trying to say it's like how like people had trouble parallel parking regular whips or regular cars,
Word. People still
but
can't parallel park
yeah,
regular whips.
but but
They be
with
crashing into everything, yo.
but with anything, man, repetition is key. Once you get that mindset and once you get out of that fear, like once you start really training, once you do it, you good. It's like anything. It's not as hard as it looks. Once you get used to it. So I'm not gonna tell you
Right.
it was easy, but once you learn it, you got it. It's like riding a bike.
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, like you said, nothing's really easy, but I think a lot of people, like I said, they just be scared to get on that road and even really give it a shot,
Yeah,
man, because it's intimidating. You
it
looking at
is
Optimus
intimidating.
Prime.
Yeah, and I will say this: and when it comes to driving and the CDL stuff, you do got to kind of be okay with having some alone time. Like, because a lot
Okay.
of the times you are going to be by yourself, and sometimes you have a partner with you. It depends on what every company's different, but a lot of times it's going to be like you gotta be okay with adjusting. You gotta be okay with being alone. If you a person that's okay with like kind of spending time alone, and you a flexible person that can make adjustments, uh, go for it. You got to like anything, you got to see if it work for you. But
Right.
I feel like for most men,
What's up,
especially,
Drewski? What's good with you? Hey, make sure y'all hitting the like button. I hate to be that YouTuber, but make sure
I
y'all
feel
hitting the like button. Go ahead,
I,
Solo.
I feel like for most men in the early mid 20s or in any age really, if you want to make a move that's going to make you some good money and just help you get stable, CDL is definitely the right move. If you don't got no kids or nothing, if you don't really want to, you don't know if you want to go to school or not, you kind of stuck in that limbo spot, CDL route is definitely a good route to take. Like anything, is everything easy? No, you're gonna have days where you're gonna be like, yo, what the hell's going on? But it's worth it at the end of the day. You put the work in, you get a stable job, you get good pay. Just make sure you land with a company that's pretty solid. Now I was gonna get into that. Now it's two ways to get the actual license. First way is gonna cost you some bread. That's doing it yourself. That's getting renting the trailer
Sure.
or renting a box truck or a bus or whatever, and going up to the DMV and scheduling the test and taking it yourself. That's option one. That's not what I would recommend. What I would recommend, try get your permit. This is what I did. Get your permit and see if you can land with a company that needs drivers and see if that company will train you to get your license. Most of the time, that's how most people get theirs. Almost everybody I know that do got theirs, they got it through a company. Now, some companies will make you stay for like a year, year and a half, because that's part of the contract. They give it to you. Like the company I'm with, if you train with them and get your A, they're gonna make you get your doubles. They call it a double A. That's where you drive the trailers that got like two attachments to it, the super big ones. They make you do it, but that's the contract. Like we're gonna train you. This is what we need you to do. Like that's kind of what it is. So some companies isn't every company's different, but I would suggest getting in with a company that can train you and actually get your license. I wouldn't if you're gonna go to by yourself. I think just for I think it costs at least 5 G's just to go for the B. So the trailer
Mm.
probably costs damn near double that. To rent a trailer and bring it up to the test, and then if you fail, you gotta you gotta basically pay all that shit again. So
Woo.
yeah, man. Do you know how the DMV is? They gonna get
Yeah,
their
I
money,
mean,
man.
I would definitely recommend, man. I mean, obviously, Solo is the CDL aficionado, but I would definitely recommend y'all go through a company. Let
Go.
the company take the
Yeah.
burden of
Yes.
training you, man. If you can, go through a company, let them pay. They got the bread, they good. They
Do
be
it.
needing drivers anyway.
They
Let them
need
pay.
they need drivers bad everywhere. So that's one of them things. If you get
And I
that,
know some of y'all in here right now. I know some of y'all in the chat. Y'all in the chat tells me I need some money for real. They need drivers right now. Y'all
they
hear what
need
we
them
saying?
bad
Like right
everywhere.
now. So this is something you can get into right now.
Right now, you can download the app and start practicing like right now.
Real talk.
So
And
yeah,
I also want to point out to y'all, because we're about to get into some financial licenses as well. A lot of the time, some of you dudes, if college is not for you and you don't want to go to college, CDLs is going to be one of the fastest ways. CDLs or a financial license is going to be the fastest way to get to six figures without going to college, like without debate. If you're not going to go to college, besides real estate, you could do real estate too.
but you
Um,
gotta be really, really elite and good at real estate.
yeah, you gotta be really, really. You're gonna have to be like that guy
Yeah,
at
you
real
gotta be
estate
like
to
top
really
percentile to make real money in real estate.
right. And you gotta be in a big enough city, in my opinion, because you in some little hole in the wall town, it's gonna be kind of hard with real
Hmm.
estate. But if you do CDLs or you get your financial license, I'm telling y'all right now, and you get with the right company, this is gonna be the easiest way for you to get to six figures if you don't want to go to college. Like literally, it's gonna be the easiest way to do it. Like I said, you can put real estate in there, but real estate, in my opinion, is gonna be a lot more tricky than these two options because it's just real estate's a lot, man.
And you
And
still gonna
the
have,
housing market ain't terrible right now, but it's about to be.
and
So
a lot of this stuff with real estate that they don't tell you, you're gonna have to have your own money for real
facts,
estate. You're not starting with nothing. You're gonna have to have money to get into real estate.
facts, or
So
at least know someone who already in there. A big
mhm.
thing with real estate is knowing someone who's already pumping, like they already going. Like if you got like a brother, a sister, or a father, or a mentor who's already in real estate, they can just start giving you clients and just start putting you on. Then you cool. But your CDLs is something y'all can just take, get y'all permit, get in with a company, get your test, and just kind of go. It's a lot less of a barrier to entry with your CDLs.
Mhm.
I just mean keeping it real. Not knocking real estate, like real estate solid. We're gonna talk about that eventually too. But CDLs and your financial license is probably going to be your best two ways to go. Like I said, especially if you try to make big money without having to go to college.
Yep. And I want to make a disclaimer, like the CDL stuff, it's definitely a fast way to do it, but it's still kind of manual labor too. So if you don't like, you
Oh
don't got
yeah,
it. Every company different, but you still gonna be using your hands sometimes. I want you to know that. So if you're not used to using your hands and never really had to like work, like do a little bit of hard work, it could be a shell shock to you. But we men, even the ladies, like ladies, y'all want to get into it too. Cool, but
no,
if you
it's
a man,
actually a
you
lot of ladies who out here trucking now.
yeah. I actually
Ladies, y'all can get in the trucking. Y'all can get y'all some little skin tight outfits and start y'all
word.
YouTube channel and be like, I'm out here trucking,
Do
twerk a
y'all
little bit.
TikToks? Yo,
You double dip.
a trucking chick on TikTok, man, I go crazy. Do
Facts,
your little
man.
dance in the truck. But yeah,
Facts, man.
it actually is a decent amount of a decent amount of women doing trucking. I actually know one that I think got hers. It's uh one of my son's mom's friends. I think he went for hers a couple of years ago too. But yeah,
Okay.
it's more and more. So just to let y'all know, if y'all do go the CDL route, you will be doing some kind of manual labor here and there. So if you okay with that, what you should be if you a man, I feel like every man should know how to do some level of manual labor, no matter what kind of job you got. You never know what happens. Um, go for it. That's kind of
Facts.
like one of the things about it. Like everything, no matter what you do, got the pros and cons to it. It got a good side, bad. That's just how it is. So nothing's gonna be all the way perfect. But
Facts.
in my opinion, like if you get with the right company, you got your CDL, you can live pretty well, man.
Pretty well. Financial licenses. All right. So the cool thing, if you decide to go the finance route, is you have multiple different options of things you can do. When you get your financial license, not only are you going to be able to help other people, but you're going to be able to help yourself. You're going to learn literally everything, the ins and outs about how the stock markets work. They're starting to teach you about crypto now. You're going to learn about annuities. You're going to learn about life. You're going to learn about medical. You're going to be learning about so much different things and variables and guarantees and fixed and non-fixed. So even if you got your financial license and you just absolutely suck in terms of actually getting clients, because that happens to some people, it's still an asset because you understand how the money market works. You understand medical insurance. You understand life insurance. You understand 401ks, annuities. You understand all these things that you're going to need later on in life at some point anyway. And this is invaluable information. And the thing with me is, and it's the same thing really with CDLs too. This is a skill that can never be taken away from you. And so even if you was to go online, for example, you go online, people get you fired all the time, right? Like the therapist who just got fired. And but you can't take someone's CDL away because of that. So all
I
right.
do want to make a disclaimer. Sorry, P. I mean,
Mhm.
Alex. I want to make a disclaimer. You can get your L's taken away the same way you can get your license taken away. So,
Oh yeah, I mean like for which running your mouth online though.
oh nah, you good. Once you got it, you
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah, but go ahead and finish that up because that is a gym too.
Yeah,
How can
just
you lose your CDLs?
DWIs more than 2 times. Honestly, if you get one, you might be in trouble. But some companies look past it. But if you get one D dub or DUI, whatever, some companies want you to have a clean driver's record. And the DW, that's like damn near the worst thing you can have. I think reckless driving and DW is like the worst two you can have on your license. So try to keep your license and driver's record clean as you can. And yeah, that's the other thing. I'm actually glad you mentioned that. So yeah, no
Nah, because that's a
DWIs.
gym.
Yeah,
So
no
those of
D.
y'all who be going out here on the late night and the demon time hours, drunk as
Yeah,
hell, trying to get you
driving
some V
drunk.
box,
Yeah,
don't get pulled
try
over,
to
man.
avoid it. Take a
Honestly,
Uber.
I would just get an Uber or a Lyft. I
Yeah, I was
wouldn't
about to
even
say
risk
take
it.
a Uber, take a Lyft, because
Yeah, I wouldn't even risk it, man.
all it takes is wrong place, wrong time, and your whole shit is derailed. Now, I
Facts.
think with CDLs, I think most companies or a good bulk of companies look past one. Once you get two D dubs, you might want to go in another direction. You might want
Facts,
to go in
man.
another direction. But yeah, that's all I
Facts,
wanted
man.
to. That's all I want to say. Just no
Nah, that was
DWs.
legit. I'm kind of glad I brought that up.
Yeah.
But more so, what I was talking about is I'm like, it's a skill that can't be taken away from you in the sense of if you decide to like start a YouTube channel or you start a TikTok or you start a Twitter and you become popping and people decide they're going to call your job, which is some of the corniest stuff that you could do, but people do it all the time. They decide they want to call your job and get you fired or whatever the case may be. You still have your CDL. So all
Mm-hmm.
you gotta do is just lay low, let it blow over, and then just go to another company. You know, because it's not like you got fired for performance or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Lay low, let it blow over, go to another company. Same thing with your financial license. If somebody was to get you fired or something, lay low, let it blow over, go to another company. Another benefit of both of the licenses is you can open your own company with both. You can start your own trucking business. You can
That's
start your
very
own
true.
financial advising business. You do not have to work for a company with either one. You do not have to. Now, I would recommend with both starting with a company so you can learn the ins and outs of the
Yep.
business, especially if you don't have a mentor. A mentor is clutch, guys. If you can get a mentor, someone who's already in these fields, it's great because they're going to give you game, especially someone older. Old people love to talk, they're going to give you game. But if you can't, get with a company, work with a company so you can learn the ins and outs of the business and then go and start your own. Don't just run out there and start your own business. Learn the ins and outs of how the business works, then go. Let me see. They saying something in the chat with the saying if you have one accident that automatically disqualify you on your record prior. Solo, that's for you. Drewski
Well,
want to know if you have an accident, does that automatically disqualify you from the CDLs if it's
pro-
on your record prior to getting them?
probably not. I'll say an accident, like something like that. I doubt it because they're gonna look at your driver's record. They're probably gonna see what it says on the record. Like I said, I think like minor accidents or anything like that. I don't think that's really gonna matter too much. Like I'm not gonna. I don't want to say 100% is no. Is not gonna matter, but I think something that minor won't. I think they really only look at the big stuff like DWIs, reckless driving, excuse me, stuff like that. Like accidents that kind of was like kind of out of your control. Like I don't think so, especially if it happened a while ago. Like if it's not anything recent, I definitely think you'll be fine.
All right. So there you go, Drew. To make sure, just like Drew just did, if I got any questions or comments or something, just throw them in the chat. Let me turn this light on real quick. Hold up.
Yeah, it's starting to get dark.
All
Is it a light? Yeah.
right, hold on. Rotate, 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 rotate. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Here we got a little bit of light in our lives now. Here we go. All right. But yeah, if y'all got any questions, just throw them in the chat, just like Drew did, and then we'll try to answer y'all questions. But going back to financial advising, so you have to get, depending upon where you live, you might have to get four, but you have to get at least three different licenses, right, to become a financial advisor or work in finance. So you have to get a medical license, right? Now you have to get a life license, and then you have to get a SIE Series 6 and possibly a Series 7. All right. Now, I'm gonna let y'all know right now. The life license is pretty easy. It's not that hard to get that. The medical is a pain in the ass. It's a pain in the ass. Your best friend, if you know any female who works as a nurse, CMA, CNA, or anything like that, she's gonna be your best friend because they have to know all that stuff. Because essentially they're gonna make you learn how basically medical insurance works in and out, and it is a thorn in the ass. Guys, insurance is the biggest rip. Like, it's a thorn. It's like it's a bunch of little stuff you gotta learn. So that's gonna be hard. Um, when you get into the Series 6, the SIE, and the Series 7, that's when you start to learn about the investing, like the 401ks, the annuities, dividend investing, stuff like that. Like I said, they just kind of started to dabble into crypto, so you don't have to know too much about crypto initially. That's hard too, though. Those tests are very hard as well. But the life one's the easiest one. Start with your life one, get your life one pass first, then do your medical, do your SIE, your Series 6, and your Series 7 last. That's going to have the most valuable information because, like I said, that's where you're going to learn about your 401ks. You're going to learn about your dividends, your guarantees versus your non guarantees, That's when you're going to learn about the money market and the stock market exchange. That's when you're going to learn about municipal bonds. That's when you're going to learn about tax-free assets. That's when you start learning a lot of important stuff. Like, it's life-changing information, right? But it's a lot of information. It's going to probably take you, before you get fully up and running with everything, about probably about 6 months. If you're studying hard and you focus hard, about 6 months, you can have all your license. This is why I would recommend getting your life first, so that way you can start doing something. Then get your medical, then get your SIE Series 7 and your Series 6. But once you have all of those, and like I said, before you go and start your own business, I would definitely recommend working with a company just so that you know what you're doing. Now, if you have a financial license, I always recommend eventually starting your own business. Because what you can do, and this is a gem, what you can do is you can actually broker, right? And then you can get your clients and you can run them through pretty much any system, any company, and give them the best deal from whatever company, right? So you could say, like me being Alex, I could start Alex Financials, right? And somebody wants to open a Roth IRA, a Roth IRA, individual retirement account, right? So I can run them through Chesapeake, I can run them through MetLife, I can run them through New York, I can run them through every company, right? See who gives them the best rate, guaranteed rate, and then just book them through that company. And then I get the basically I would get to keep 100% of the profit, depending upon what they put in there. Some people invest a lot of money, right? Now I don't want to make y'all get too damn excited, but I'm just gonna give y'all an example. Somebody who wants to start a Roth IRA, they might say, okay, I want to put $10,000 in this thing, right? Every year. They want to put $10,000 in the Roth IRA every year. So if they put $10,000 in it and you start the company yourself, guess who's getting that $10,000? You are. The company gonna make their money off of the account. You get what I'm saying? Getting the client, but they're gonna give you the 10,000 straight up because you brought the client to them if you started your own business. So we're talking about a lot of money, but like I said, it's the importance of learning the ins and outs first. This is why I suggest that you guys go out and actually work for a company first, so you can learn the ins and outs of the business. Okay, but it's a very versatile license where you can make a lot of money. Similar to what I was saying about the CDLs, a financial advising license or a finance license is going to be the quickest way for you to make six figures as well. That's going to be the next quickest way. Like, we talking a lot of people at bare minimum, they get their finance license down, they making at least 55, 60,000. And that's just your first year. You know what I'm saying? As you go and as you go, the average is anywhere from 60,000 to about $100,000. Very similar to CDL. But with this job, it's a little less labor, right? So you're not gonna have to like unpackage any trucks, or we're not going to be on the road as much. So you get to spend a little bit more time with your families and stuff like that. But the downside of it is you're not going to always have consistent income with it. Some months you might not have no clients. And then you have to continuously find clients as well. So if you don't have like a big social platform, or you're not like a really big people person, it could be a little bit hard at first. What I would tell you guys is the best thing, if you're going to decide to go and work with finance or work with clients, is going to be your best friend is going to be referrals. Every time you hook somebody up with something dope and they like, yo, this is dope, right? Or you tell them about some information that they didn't know. A lot of people don't know that there's even a such thing as a tax-free asset. I guarantee you, I'm saying that right now. There's a lot of people in the chat like, what? Tax-free asset? A lot of people don't know that that's a thing, right? So when you tell people this stuff and you put them on game, the next best thing that you can do is be like, yo, is there anyone else you think would be interested in this? And kind of let your clients work for you. Kind of let your clients work for you. The next best thing you're going to want to do besides that, you want to get yourself a website. Get yourself a website and take advantage of Google's AdSense. Use key AdWords, right? College planning is going to get you a lot of clicks because a lot of people have kids. You kind of, like I said earlier, you kind of need a college degree and a skill nowadays, right? So most people are gonna be looking like, and the cost of college is going through the roof. So most people are gonna be like, man, I need to find a way to save for college for my kids. If you buy the Google AdWord in your area of college savings and your website pops up, that's gonna get you a lot of clicks. Retirement. A lot of people worry about the retirements. Like I said, once you get your financial license, you could do IRAs, you could do Roth IRAs, you could do 401ks. There's so many different retirement plans you can set up. There's even some life policies you can set people up with that have some of the meanest retirement plans y'all ever seen. Like, y'all be like, what? And you ain't even know about it, right? So putting retirement as far as your Google AdWords, that's going to get you a lot of customers too. A lot of people be looking for retirement plans, ways to gain extra money. Especially now, we live in an era where you got so many people who do like YouTube, right? People do TikTok. People make money online. People got lash businesses, shoe businesses. They ain't got no damn 401k. They ain't got no IRAs. They ain't got no Roths. So what they gonna do when they retire? So just buying that word and associating your business in your area to that word, that's gonna get you a lot of clicks. You know what I'm saying? Family protection. That's gonna get you a lot of clicks. These are just gems that I use that I'm telling you guys just to bring people into you. You set up a website and you buy the Google AdWords family protection, right? College savings and retirement. It's gonna send you a whole bunch of people. Set yourself up a LinkedIn account. Same thing. Just make like little messages where you say, hey, don't tell people one specific thing that you do. Hit them with all of it. Be like, hey, man, listen, I do retirement accounts. I do money market, the stock market. I do medical. I do life. Whatever you need, I got you. You want to be like a one-stop shop for everybody because you could do so much different things. And eventually what happened is you'll have so many clients and you'll start making people so much money, right? After like a year or two, when people start to see them dividends that you hooked them up with, they're going to be like, yo, this is crack. And they're going to start telling their friends about you. And then from there, all you gotta do is keep hooking people up, keep hooking people up. It'll get easier to the point where it'll be self-sufficient. People just coming to you, and that's how you get to the six figures. Now, similar to what Solo was saying about the CDLs, the downside to the financial license is one, like I said, if you're not a people person, it's gonna be a little bit hard to make money. Now, I gave y'all some gems with setting up your website, setting up your LinkedIn, and keywords to use, but you're still gonna have to get out there and try to mingle at least a little bit. And you're gonna have to kind of work on your social skills too, because even if you use all those keywords and people come in, right, and they start wanting to do business with you, you still gotta not be a weirdo. Like, because you're gonna be at people's houses or they're gonna be meeting you out places, and you gotta be able to hold a conversation and not be too much of a weirdo, all right? So you still gonna need some type of social skills, and the money could take a little bit long to start coming in, especially if you're working on that stuff and you don't know a lot of people right away and you don't have the most social skills. It might take a little bit of time for the money to start coming in, but when it comes in big. Because like I was saying, unlike like if you have a CDL or something, you're kind of getting like usually a stable check, or if you have an actual job, you're kind of getting a stable check. 9 times out of 10, you work in finance and you start advising people. Even if you're under a company, you're still basically working for yourself, because all the company is doing is giving you the program. Basically, they more so franchising you basically and saying, okay, you can work through us, but you don't really, like, they're not cutting you no check. You still got to go out and do your own work. Now, me personally, I tell you guys all the time, the best jobs to take, in my opinion, are commission jobs, contract jobs, or jobs where you signing off one-time contracts. Because even if you look at most people who are like directors, people who are like musicians, athletes, and stuff, they're working off of contracts, and it's just about negotiating your contract for a certain amount of time and getting the best offer. And if you can't do commission and you can't do a contract, then usually the next best thing I tell you guys is hourly. I'm not saying don't take a salary. Like if somebody giving you a sexy salary, 160, 150, 121, something like that, go ahead and take it. But a
Mm-hmm.
$60,000 salary,
Mm-mm.
that's where I would tell you no.
They
That's
gonna
where
work
people
you
get
like
caught.
crazy.
Exactly. They're gonna work you like basically a slave, for lack of a
Yeah,
better word,
I've
and
seen
they're
it.
not gonna pay you nothing, and you don't have no upward mobility because you signed that salary. So,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where people get tricked a lot. They sign a $60,000 salary or $50,000 salary or $70,000 salary. Do not do that. If you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna sign a salary, in my opinion, it needs to be six figures.
100K,
If it ain't
hundred
six
K,
figures, I'm
six
not doing
figures.
it. I'm not signing six, because
Cause
there's no limit to how much they can work y'all.
yep.
They can call you on your days off. They can call you on vacation. It's no limit. So if you're gonna work me no limit, it has to be at least 100K.
Mm-hmm.
So
If you
I'm not
making,
saying don't take a salary, but I just want to say that to y'all. Be careful with the salary. Go ahead, Solo.
yeah, I was about to say if you do salary and if it's under six figures, if let's say you sign up for salary or you agree to $60,000 salary, they're gonna get six figures out of you, worth the work. Guarantee you
Okay,
that.
Drewski said he had an accident last year and ran a red light. I don't think that's gonna affect
Yeah,
you too much, bro.
yeah. Like I
You should be
said, man,
good.
if it was nothing like DWI or reckless driving, or you didn't really damage anybody, well, you didn't hurt anybody, you good, man. I think you good to go. Not say clean
Yeah,
record. I think they looking for the big stuff, like stuff that might
yeah,
be that you might repeat. So let's say DWI. A lot of people that get DWIs usually get multiple. A lot of people that
facts.
get reckless driving usually it kind of ties together. Usually get multiple. They have a history of reckless driving, or they have a history. So I think they look for stuff like that. I don't think they're gonna be looking to because they need drivers so bad. I don't think they're gonna be like sticklers, like he ran a red light, so we can't really. You know what I'm trying to say? I think you good, man.
Facts.
Just either way,
Okay,
I'm
cool.
telling
No DUIs here. All right, you should be good then, Drew.
yeah,
I think
yeah,
you
you should
solid,
be
man.
good. Yeah, I wouldn't overthink it, man. Just if you that's what you want to do, or that's what you think about doing, go for it, man.
Yeah, go for it, man. Go for it. And just wrapping up on the financial license, as far as just running your own business and being your own boss, man, that's one of the best and fastest ways to do it. Because, like I said, they basically just gonna give you the keys to the kingdom. Like they can be like, all right, you got all your license. Here's the program, and here's how it works, and have a good job. Like that's what there's not really going to be anyone too much watching over you, really seeing what you're doing. Every now and then, someone to check on you. Like you know what I'm saying. You'll have like a partner or something. You could talk to your partner. You know if you have any questions or something. But for the most part, it's a very self-sufficient business. If you don't like people breathing over your shoulders, if you really want to build your own clientele and you want to have limitless, the thing I like about the most is limitless, man. Is if you could get, for example, let's just say you become that guy and everybody just recommending you. Everybody's like, yo, you go to this person, he gonna flip your money. He gonna take this to this or this to that, right? Everybody start recommending you. There's no cap on what you can make, guys. You work as a financial advisor, you could be a millionaire. It's kind
Mm,
of just like being a realtor, but it's safer than being a realtor because you don't really have to have any money to start it.
mm.
Like the license are very inexpensive. To get your license, it's like I think it's like $130 to take all the tests, and then when you get to your series test, your series test is a little bit more expensive. Your series 6, 7, your SIE is gonna cost you probably like three to four, but altogether that's like $500,
That's
and
not
that's
bad
all
at
you
all
paying
for
out
the
of pocket.
money you're
That's
gonna
not
be
bad at
making.
all. Yeah, I was gonna say for the money you're gonna be
One check
making,
will make up for all that plus some.
yeah, literally one check gonna cover all that. So that's not bad at all. And then once you pass the test, guys, you never gotta take it again. And that's the beauty of it. Once you know how to work the money market, you know they never make you take it again. You just have to recertify yourself, but you don't have to retake any tests, which is good because like if you were CMA or something like that, they got to retest every year. Like actually take the whole test again, and they change stuff, and they got to know the new stuff. So the good thing about your financial license is you pass it, you good. It's kind of just like a CDL in that sense. You pass it, you good. You just renew it every now and then, and you keep it pushing. And really,
Word.
they're just making you renew it because
I
Uncle Sam always want to get more money.
word. I was about to say. I think CDL. You gotta. I think I gotta renew mine in like 7 or 8 years. It costs a decent amount, but it's like damn near every decade you renew it.
Facts, facts.
But
So,
yeah,
like I said,
Alex,
man, it's about the
I might have
easiest.
to run soon, man. Mom Duke's. We gotta celebrate Mom Duke's B Day.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Well, we about to wrap up anyway because it's
All right.
getting dark as
Yeah, I was
hell
about to
out
say it's
here.
getting dark.
Really quick in the chat, y'all got any questions? Y'all can go ahead and ask us real quick. Solo, what's your final thoughts basically on CDLs as someone who's been in the field for a while? Just like your last little gems you would give them.
Shoot, I think just to wrap it up, I say if you in the middle of I would say if you thinking about it, go for it. Don't hesitate. Like I don't know if you heard the saying, hesitation will get you killed. So don't hesitate. That was a problem I had with most of my life. No hesitate, go for it, man. We don't got time to waste. Time is moving. We almost done. The month is almost over. So time is
Which
moving.
is
Don't
crazy.
hesitate, go
The year
for
is
it.
almost over.
Yeah. Yeah, we gonna have 3 months left and it's over.
We got one quarter left. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
And then yeah, I say it's definitely a great way to enhance your life financially. Definitely make a career out of it if you want to make a career out of it. And like Alex said, you can definitely like segue into owning your own rig. I actually that's one of my that might be an option for me later on down the line because we talk about ownership all the time. So it's like learn how to you learn the tricks and trades of the CDL thing or driving or warehouse work, and then all you need is I think for most part all you need is a contract, a truck. You gotta have your own truck, and you can go from there. You get work from there. So yeah. So that'll be my last little gem. Just if you thinking about it, just go for it. Especially if you're in your 20s. You don't got no kids. To me, that's a no brainer. You don't got no kids. You in your 20s, go for it. Like you really won't
Yeah.
lose
I mean,
nothing.
if you could be on that road, like he said, you ain't got no kids, man,
I
and you ain't
could,
got no wife. If
yeah.
you could be on that road,
I'm
you
gonna
could
be yo.
easily make
If
like
you, I
116
was about to
something
say,
$1,000,
if
bro.
you hit the road
You
on
can
the
rack
road,
up.
you can be in your early and mid 20s making breaking 100K easily on the road. I'm talking like maybe
Can
like
you do what straight out of high school? Hurdle God.
you can
Which
do
one you
both.
talking about?
Then can't you do
Because you
both?
can do both right out of high
Yeah,
school.
you can do either or.
You only gotta be 18 for either one. You can get your financial license and start working at like 18, and you can get your CDLs and start working at like
Now some
18. Drew,
companies might not
Drew said,
because
"I'm 37, single with no kids." Oh, hit the road,
man,
Chuck!
hit the road.
Don't you
What you
come
doing?
back? You better
Hit the
rack
road,
up,
man.
Drew. You
But
better
as
rack
far as
up.
the
Listen, put this
in-
flavor in your ear and hit the road, baby. Hit the road.
hurdle God, man, like if you're like some companies you might have because I work for a liquor company. So I drive and deliver for them. Since it's a liquor company, you might have to be 21 to actual work there. But most companies, if they don't have anything to do like alcohol or anything like that, probably 18. So it's never really too early, man. That's what you want to do. Now I'm gonna tell you something. You 18, if you never really like kind of did manual labor at any point, it might be a shell shock to you, but you'll be good. You still young, man.
Oh man, them young bones, man.
Yeah, you'll
Heard of
be
God,
good.
you gonna be all right. Heard of God,
Yo, if
you got
you
them
in your
young bones. Just know, like he said, that it is gonna be manual work. You're gonna have to do some unloading. You're gonna have to do some loading stuff like that.
sometimes
But you
it's
18,
a
man.
chance.
You got young legs and bones and muscles. And I know you in the gym if you here. We talk about going to the gym and being in good shape too much. So consider it a workout. I know Solo used to say that all the time.
Hmm.
He just consider it a workout. You said
Yeah.
both. Yeah, you can do both at 18. You can get your financial advising license at 18, your financial license at 18 as well. So either one, man, the sky is the limit. Like, as soon as
Hmm.
you become 18, you're basically an adult. You get your
Yeah.
own apartment. Like, only thing you can't do at 18 is drink. Honestly, it's pretty much the
Hmm.
only thing you can't really do at 18. Everything else you can do straight out of high school. So yeah, you can 100% get into either one straight out of high school. Um, just a quick wrap up on the financial license. Again, if you want to work for yourself, be your own boss. It's one of the best ways to be your own boss coming straight out with no infrastructure. It's basically like consider it like franchising a Chick-fil-A or franchising a McDonald's. You hook up with your company, they give you the keys to the company. You go out here, you get your clients. Like I said, referrals are going to be big. Set you up a website. Use those three keywords. I'm gonna give them to y'all again. We're giving y'all real gems, man. I'm gonna
Hmm.
give them to y'all again. College planning, buy that keyword on Google. All right. Family protection, buy that keyword on Google. Retirement planning, buy that keyword on Google and attach it to your website. I guarantee you're going to get hits. Referrals, make sure everyone you work with, yo, is there anyone else you think I can work with? Yo, is there anyone else that's going to be your biggest thing? And then just being social and being mixy. You can't be a secret agent. When you any type of agent, same thing if you in real estate. If you're in real estate, you're a real estate agent, you're a financial advising agent, anything where you working with people, it can't be a secret. You gotta tell people. You gotta have cards, you gotta open your mouth. Oh, because everyone got some type of an account. Who don't got an investment account? Everybody got a 401k, an IRA, a Roth IRA. Everybody needs life insurance. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a crypto account. Everybody got something. Everybody got annuities. Everybody got dividends. Everybody has something. There's no one you can't work with when you have a financial license. So you should be telling everybody, like Beyonce, tell everybody, hey, look, I can work with you. Let me see what you got. Let me see what you don't got. Let me look at your account. Let me flip this money for you. Let me make money for you. I call it being a legal plug. That's what I tell everybody. I'm like, yo, I'm the legal plug. If you got 1,000, I can make it 1,000, 5,000. If you got 10,000, I can make it 10,000, 50,000. I talk like I'm a legal plug. But that's because me being African American, I talk in a way where I can relate to people like, yo, we're gonna flip that. We're gonna flip your taxes, but legally. You know what I'm saying? Like little keywords like that. But just make sure you're letting everybody know what you're doing. And then, like I said, because you're franchising, it's the best way to work for yourself. Eventually, you want to start your own company doing it, right? And then you just want to work with these companies under the umbrella of your company. But take your time to get to that point. Even when you go and work under a company, the company is going to teach you the business. But like I said, you're still basically working for yourself. The company's just there to teach you the business. You almost like making the company be your mentor. And just like what I was saying with the CDLs, you don't want to just run out and start your own business without having that groundwork or foundation there. So work with a company first. Let the company teach you all about how to set up people's accounts and what the annuities do and what the 401ks do and all that other extra stuff before you just run out there. Same thing with your CDLs. Once you know the business inside and out, you got it all down pat, then you can go and open your own business or open your own company. But if you're somebody you don't want to do the manual labor, right? You think you are a people person, like you think you're pretty good people, and you like numbers. Like I said, I took accounting in college, so you like numbers. You think you're a people person, okay, and you want to be your own boss. Financial advisor, I'm telling you, it's one of the quickest ways to get to six figures.
Hey, get out the
CDLs,
window.
financial advising, if you don't go to college, some of the quickest ways to get to six figures. Let me just check this chat one more time before we get out of here. I did construction laboring this whole summer. Oh, Hurdle God, if you did construction laboring this whole summer, you good to go.
Oh, you
You
good?
should be fine
Construction.
then.
Oh yeah, construction a different
Installing
beast,
solar
man.
panels on school. Oh, you good to go, man.
Yeah,
And you 18, you good. You
yeah, you
Gucci.
good. Go for it,
Honestly,
man.
CDLs will probably be perfect for you. Go ahead, Solo.
Yeah, start the younger you start, kind of. If that's the route you want to go, the better, man. And then let's say you do the CDL. Let's say you 18, you get your CDL, you do it for a few years, you rack your money up. Let's say it's not what you want to do long term. You still can go to school.
Facts.
You got money. You can even pay
You
for it.
can always go back to school,
You can
guys. You
always
don't
go
gotta
back
go
to
to school
school.
out of high school.
Yeah, yeah, you can always go back to school. So let's say it's okay. This it's not really what I want to do. You be making if you on the road, you're gonna be making six figures as a teen in early 20s. You can put that to the side, pay for your school.
Facts.
Like it's definitely different ways you can work this. It's not.
Heck,
There's
you
no
could get
step
a
back.
fleet eventually when you make enough money. You can buy a fleet and just have everybody driving for you.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. A lot of people do that, man.
Like once my financial company gets big enough, man, I'm gonna hire a bunch of young bucks. I'm gonna let them do all the work. I'm gonna just be at the top. I'm gonna
Hmm.
send them out. I'm gonna make it like a pyramid scheme. All jobs is a pyramid scheme. I'm gonna make my own pyramid scheme. But
Hmm.
start from the bottom first. Like I said, make sure you learn the ins and outs. Start from the bottom first. All right, y'all. We about to get out of here. Solo, let the people know again where they can find you really quick before you roll.
All right, yep. My YouTube channel is like it's spelled in my handle, Solo DAHJEDI. I pop my channel off with semen retention, but I'll talk about life stuff as well on there. So y'all can check me out. I will be dropping more videos soon. Probably in the near future. Fall definitely I will be coming back. Me and Alex been talking about that as well. And yeah, I'll be coming back with more videos. I think y'all, if y'all like Alex content, you'll like mine. We have very similar content, and we'll go from there. We're gonna rock out, y'all.
Big facts. Elite Fleet. Make sure y'all show my man Solo the Don some love. Solo the Jedi is the name on YouTube. And y'all already know what time it is over here. It's your boy Alex. Shout out to the Elite Fleet one more time. Love y'all. Much love for y'all. I want to hit y'all with some real content. I know content like this ain't gonna get the most views, but it can actually help y'all. It can actually
It's gonna
save some
help
lives.
who need it. People that like really
Exactly.
want to get it out here, they'll watch this
Exactly.
instead of the
This is the
relationship.
real. This is the
Yeah,
real stuff. This is stuff they ain't talking about. We can talk about getting girls and smashing all day.
mhm,
That's cool.
that's
We're gonna
easy
do
talk.
that too.
Yeah,
but this is the real cool information. I like to give y'all these gems. Like I said, it don't even. I don't care about whether or not it gets the most views or gets the most watches. It's about really trying to help people out. What you said, bro? I feel like I'm cheating. These are gems. You're supposed to be cheating. That's the point. You a
that's
kid. That's what
life
I'm
is.
saying. For you to be this young and we dropping you
I'm
these
gonna
gems,
give you.
it's
I'm
supposed to
gonna
be
give you
cheating.
one quick gem. Life is nothing but a game, man. Just gotta learn how to play it.
Exactly.
You
You
learn
being
that.
smart right now because you basically looking at two mentors. I've
Hmm.
been talking about getting a mentor before you open your own business the whole night. You basically got two mentors right here. We telling you the game before you even get a license in either one.
Hmm.
Like that's invaluable. That's why I was like, this ain't gonna get as many views if I was to come out here and talk about some chicken heads. But at the same time, I love stuff like this. Like telling y'all how to really get it, telling y'all how to put yourselves in a situation where you could be at a rooftop downtown. That's what I want to tell y'all, man. Like because that's what it's really about. So that's definitely that. Whoa, raindrops are starting to come down. So we definitely need to get out of here, yo. But thanks for rocking with us. If you want to hit the Cash App, like I said, is S $ green screen photo. I am Alex and I am out. Peace.
Peace, y'all.